Previously on Masks and Martyrs.
Wisteria, the dreams have been getting worse. Ever since that day in the sewers where you all encountered that strange sea creature, you stand before the home of Rufus the Just.
Hello. I was wanting to ask for your help.
I'm in.
I have reason to believe this creature is some sort of advanced guard of a coming invasion.
Monty, you have a window. And you see the large head of a raven. Something bad is over there. I will be back. And he just jumps down.
I'm gonna fly after him.
You see that there are these great tendrils. I do not think that is good. And then he jumps.
Can I try and hold the person?
He just freezes. June, you feel drawn to look in the water. Sitting there, you see another piece of coral. A voice just goes off in your head. The urge to claim this.
Okay.
June, as soon as you touch it, you are struck with another vision. A huge shape rising up with long tentacles over its mouth. And then you're back, and June, the tendrils, which seemed as if they were simply wrapping around different objects, suddenly they begin to move faster. No longer simply inanimate objects that are there, but towards the living. First up is Reagan.
Hell yeah, it is.
Monty, Breek, and Reagan, you are currently on the escarpment of the actual, on the escarpment, which is sort of like overlooking the bay. Further down is the dock, which Kahlo just fell onto because of the paralyzation, where he is still hold-personed, and the majority of the sort of watery, rubbery tendrils. Additionally, a little further out, maybe 10 feet into the bay, is the altar, which Wisteria jumped down onto and is on currently.
Okay. And how many tendrils are attacking us at the moment?
So currently there are 5. They haven't actively started ripping into y'all, but they seem to have gone from just kind of lazily wrapping around things to oh.
Okay.
There are currently 2 which are wrapping up around the ship. There are 2 around the dock itself. There's one that was up until a moment ago going up the sort of the side of the bay wall, which again, so the water level is lower. For some reason, you assume because of the localized water displacement, which for some reason hasn't distributed out past the other areas.
Okay. Is there anyone that I can do without having to go onto the dock?
You could try and take some shots at the one which is currently trying to go up the bay wall, which is the closest to you. I would think.
Sure, let's do that. Because I want to take out the ones that are actually imminent threats first.
Mm-hmm.
And that one's closer. Okay, let's make an attack roll. No. I assume a 13 doesn't hit its AC.
From this distance, no. Maybe closer up, but kind of this far out, you sort of just splash a bit of it.
Let's try again.
Yeah.
I assume maybe a 25 does.
Actually, that misses completely.
Well,
it's too far away now.
Hey
no,
guys,
that's gonna
we're all fucked.
That's gonna hit. Don't worry.
Okay, I'll roll for damage. Okay, that's a lot. So it's a 10 plus 4 plus 1. So that's 15.
Dang, it's a good chunk of ammo.
Yeah, it's Reagan.
Yeah, it's fair. So Reagan, you see this one coming up, and the first swing, you haven't quite found your footing yet, and you sort of slip a bit. You're not quite used to this sort of coastal, very rocky area, and as you step forward, putting your weight onto your front foot, sort of the cliff, small as it is, not a huge drop, but the edge kind of shifts a bit and kind of like begins to crumble, not severely, just a tiny little bit under your foot, and so you sort of lose as you swing wide. But as you do, the tendril sort of almost seems to sense that like vulnerability, and it tries to sort of shoot up to grab you. And as it does, this time you reverse the grip and just slice through.
She's like, nah.
And as you do, what's noticeable about this is water is what comes out, but it seems to have a thicker consistency to it than normal water. It's not just like a splash. Like you cut it, and then like it's like there seems to be a difference in like the outer water makeup and the inner makeup.
It's Ghibli water.
Ghibli water!
Ghibli water. I'm selling it now in my online store. Is that it for you, Reagan?
Yeah, that's it for Reagan for now. I'm gonna save my superiority dice for the bit.
Okay. Sure. At this point, it is the creature's turn. So
All 5 of it?
Yes, there are 5 of them. So each one has its own action. So first...
I just wanted to check that they were rolled as 1 and not 5 separates.
No, yep. Just don't worry. I'm not going to do it to anybody. I have learned from my mistakes in the past. So 2 of the two tendrils around the ship, they seem to almost swell, and they begin moving. They're coming from the far side of the ship, and they begin like coming over towards the area of the dock. The one that was going up at you, Reagan, is going to attack.
Me, Reagan?
That is going to miss. It's a natural 7.
Probably not gonna do it.
After you cut it, it sort of tries to coil up into a ball and just sort of condenses itself and tries to strike up at you. However, you easily sidestep it, just not even caring as it does. And the other 2 are going to go after the paralyzed Kahlo.
Oh, right.
Thanks, Montague.
Oh no! Because my first thing I'm gonna do is drop that, but I'm last in the.
No, Kahlo's last. Don't worry. All right.
Kahlo's done.
So
That's
since
our
he's
fault.
paralyzed, they're advantage, and they are automatic crits if they hit.
Oh no, Kahlo. My good bird son.
So
I'm
that's
sorry I killed the bird son.
so that's 2 crits.
Oh no!
No!
I mean, look, actions have consequences, and Katie just killed somebody. It's fine. It's fine. He's a tough bird.
No, told me I didn't actually kill him.
All right, so for 2 crits, Kahlo takes 36 damage.
Jesus! Is he level 11 like Rufus? Because he's one of his friends?
Who's to say?
Who's this? I
I mean, you never
a
asked.
perception check to see if Callow's alive.
What level are you?
6?
I mean, he seems alive as
Okay.
he's coughing.
Is he conscious?
I mean, he's not unconscious.
Okay. I'll take it.
He's gonna die.
Okay, as a free action, Reagan's going to say, Monty, drop the goddamn paralysis!
I want to, Ken! I can't do it out of my
And
action!
then, and then for the localized effects, okay, that's happening. All right, Brika, you're up.
Okay.
Rika, I believe in you. Go save the Birdman.
Yes, please. Save him from me!
Knock out Monty.
Don't worry!
Save him from this devil who has stolen the heart of Lynn Von Tepler.
Basically, what Andrew just said, if Monty gets hit once, he's down!
That's true.
That's okay, you shouldn't get critted like that.
Yeah, no, if Monty gets double crit in one
Yeah.
turn,
Okay.
he'll go down.
Is Reagan now within 5 feet of the dock tendrils?
No, you do not move.
Okay, I just wanted to check.
You're still on the escarpment.
Okay.
Alright, wait. Now where is our sad bird?
Sad bird is on the dock.
Yeah, could Brika conceivably get the bird?
You mean like pick up the bird?
Yeah. I feel like is he too big?
I feel like it would be easier to just kill one of the or fight the tentacles and draw their attention because Monty's gonna be able to drop the paralysis.
Kahlo's probably like 5 feet and change.
Yeah, no.
So he's a big bird. He's
But
the big
bird
bird.
bones are hollow!
So Brika's just gonna fight one of the tendrils to try and draw them away.
Okay, sure.
Why aren't we saying tentacles? Is there a reason?
No, but Andrew's calling them
Okay.
tendrils, so we're keeping it
There will
consistent.
be no hentai in this game.
It's for branding. Okay.
It's because June said so.
But Monty's gonna learn of Hard's black tentacles soon.
Well, then June's going to kill him for real.
In real life.
Because no hentai can come near Lynn. That's the rule.
Yeah, just give me a reason, Montague.
Montague.
Crying.
I like that we've all just started calling him Montague.
Nobody calls him Montague.
We all do now.
Yes, that's your
Oh my
name.
god, poor Monty.
Alright, so what you got, Brika?
She's going towards the dock, right?
Yes, so Brika is going to attack one of the tendrils at the dock.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, I don't suppose I could boil one with the flame tongue dagger.
You must I mean, it's certainly worth a shot. It's a powerful enchantment.
You could roll for it
Yeah, sure.
with like a dice.
Sure.
So how do we roll that?
You roll to attack is the idea.
Hey, was that 13?
13.
Plus 9. So 22.
9? Yeah, that's gonna hit.
I assume you lit it?
That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's lit. So yeah, anyway, it's 22.
It's lit.
Lit as fuck. 22 hits.
Fucking lit.
Fucking
20.
lit. Okay,
Nice.
so 22 you hit. So here's a d4. And then
Nice.
here's 2d6
Oh, okay.
of damage.
Yeah, it's not a sneak attack because Kahlo is currently incapacitated.
That's just regular. Okay, so we've got 12, 17, 19.
19? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Nice.
So you Brika, upon seeing these two tendrils pummel Kahlo twice, you spring forward and leap into action. You sprint forward and you manage to keep your feet under you as you sort of like combat roll down onto the docks. And as you do, as you're coming up, you draw your dagger and light it in a single motion and just like some kind of really jank anime fighting style, which is only about drawing the blade from the sheath.
Yeah.
Okay, and as you look, as you swing through it, there is in fact sort of this trail of bubbling, boiling, hissing steam coming out. Can you make a dexterity save for me? Yeah, dexterity.
Yeah, that was an 8 total.
8 total. Okay,
What
so
happened to you?
No, 3 plus 8. It's 11.
Oh.
You rolled a 3 and you have a plus 8 on dex saves.
Oh, okay.
Brika is fast. Okay, so you take 3 points of fire damage as the steam sort of shoots out and sort of scalds you along some of your scales on sort of your left shoulder. However, as the steam clears, you see that the sort of the form of this particular tendril seems to be kind of shaky a bit. Like it's just not quite as defined as it was, if that makes sense.
Cool.
Destabilized.
Yeah. Anything else for you?
Nope.
Do you want to yell at Montague too as a bonus, as a free action?
No.
Please stop yelling at me.
No, Brika is waiting until
Someone
the
has to
danger
be
is
nice
past.
to Montague.
Nobody's nice
Now that June is here, you really have to be nice to Monty, because man, June is not nice to Monty.
This may be his last day on Earth, so...
No, 10 minutes
of
ago,
June-
Brika was being perfectly nice to Monty.
So was Reagan. And then he killed Callow.
Speaking of June, you're up. Monty, you're up after June, so just...
Okay.
Mentally
You're
prepare
back.
for that.
I have a question, which is, do the tendrils have ears?
ears.
Can they hear?
You make. I'm trying to. You know what? Give me an intelligence check with advantage, because right now you're kind of you're sort of
Unplugged in.
attuned. Yeah, you're plugged in. You're jacked in.
You're jacked
Alright,
into
so
the
just-
octopus hive mind.
Hacker voice.
The octo mind.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 16.
16. Okay. You get the impression that these sort of constructs are both a part of something and also not, like, as in they are connected to sort of a base body. That base body would have ears,
Okay.
but these would not.
So something like dissonant whispers on one of the tendrils would probably not work.
Probably not, is what
Okay.
you would guess.
Alright. Okay. What on earth do I have?
I assume you have something pointy to poke them with.
If I'm in range.
Alternatively, you could heal our bird boy.
Eh.
Listen, as much as Sarah may love him.
Yeah, no, I love him.
My
Dude,
talents
there.
are better used elsewhere.
Man, I am not built to fight, not like people. Okay, am I in within like cutting range?
Because you have a dagger, right?
I do, yeah.
I think that you can get within range of the one that Reagan attacked. I think that you can sort of come close enough to there.
Throwing range or like melee range?
Melee range.
Okay, cool.
You weren't too far out in the first place. That's why you didn't make a roll for the jump or anything.
Right.
So you're not too far out in the first place.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll go attack that one.
Okay, cool. Make your attack roll.
Yes. Oh god. Has a 12.
June.
I know.
12? No. So you go to swing, and it just goes wide. The tendril, it seemed to almost flatten against the wall as you came towards it. Not completely, but like definitely like sort of condense as you did.
Okay. I mean, I guess I will look at Brika. You're the most competent one here. Just kill it.
Reagan
I'm gonna
says,
inspire
"Hey."
you.
Oh, she inspired you.
Oh.
That counts as inspiration with her.
Inspiration.
It does. It really does.
So you get a D8 that you can add to a roll later.
Monty, you're up.
Okay. Just so I understand the battlefield a little bit, of the tentacles that we can see, is one of them less than 60 feet away, but far enough away from Brika and Reagan where if I hit it with something, they wouldn't get hit by steam?
Yeah, the two tendrils on the boat right now. Yeah,
Okay.
that'd be the ones.
I don't know, Katie, are you gonna unparalyze Callow first?
No, I'm gonna
No.
leave him like that.
Can we?
I'll
Yeah, just let Kahlo
bad.
be at peace, okay?
Also, I need the concentration for something else, so... yeah, so I'm gonna drop hold person on Kahlo, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean, I'm sorry, and Monty's gonna cast Flaming Sphere while he's apologizing.
Okay.
And I'm gonna target the ones that are further away from Reagan and Brika so they don't get hit by steam, like I said.
Sure. Yeah, so they gotta make dex saves for these giant, very slow tendrils.
Yeah.
So one of them somehow saves. It got a natural 19. Like, I don't know.
Are those two tendrils within 5 feet of each other?
But like,
Okay.
so like they're both coming up from over the same. You've noticed that the two over there and the two by the dock, both of those are close enough that they almost seem like they're paired together. It's only that last one which is closest to Reagan and Wisteria, which is like on its own.
Okay. Alrighty. So let's see for damage here. That's 5 total, right? I don't add my spell modifier to that, right? No.
No.
And then as my bonus action, can I move the sphere back 15 feet and then forward again 15 feet to slam it again into the tentacles?
Yeah, I think we've ruled that in the past, and I don't want to start being like, no, you can't this time.
No, that would make my
so
encounter too easy.
Yeah, no, neither.
Do they need to make new dexterity?
They just did, and both failed.
Woo!
Well, that was 5 again, so.
Okay, so that's all right. Now let's see if they maintain integrity. As you reach out your hand and begin to just you begin to spin your finger around your outstretched palm once, twice, 3 times, and as you do, this sort of small bead of light begins to form. Each time you complete a revolution, it grows brighter and brighter and brighter. Before, on the 4th revolution, it's just this white hot little ball, and then you just push it out. It flickers for a moment, and then it reappears there in the midst of the 2 tendrils, and they just begin to bubble and boil as you then, moving your hand in a fist, just dragging it back and forth over them, just raking across these tendrils as just steam begins to rip up from them. And that was 10 fire damage on each of them. and they look a little more wobbly than they
And
did a moment
which ones
ago.
were these?
The ones
These
on
were the ones
ship.
over by
I
the
thought
ship.
so. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So at this point, Kahlo is going to stand. It's hard to make out just how like much damage he took, because he is all black feathers, and it's hard to like make out any if there was like, blood or anything else. But he stands. He sort of just cocks his head a bit at the two tendrils by him and Brika, and he just says, "No, this will not do." And then he makes 3 attacks.
What a guy. So he must be at least level 11.
Well, level 5, because monks have extra attack plus
Never
bonus
mind.
plus martial arts. I'm just saying, y'all never took the time to get to know Kahlo as like a
Well,
person.
we didn't really have much
We
because he ran
wanted
away.
to.
Yeah, we wanted to be friends.
Hopefully there'll still be time later.
We love him.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, Andrew doesn't throw away the entire plot of everything he's built to attack
Yeah.
some weird eldritch monsters. So each of those hit, which is
What a bird guy.
all right. Kahlo deals 28 points of damage with his 3 attacks to the one that Brika had hit, sort of the bubbly one. Brika, you're the closest one there, and I think you're the one who sees this best. Kahlo has a very strange way of moving. You've seen monks before, like you've seen them fight. You've seen like the young line of Kobold Kai. You've seen a lot of these folks, are like essentially martial artists who manipulate their own ki. Kahlo has a very different manner of movement. It's both to the point, like very direct, but also it is flowing in a way that you haven't seen others be. The tendril, as he comes towards it, it respects her and strike him again, and he just sort of, with the least amount of effort, least amount of movement, just sort of twists his upper body and slips by. And as he does, just this, it's almost graceful the way that the movement of the bird hands. I don't really know how Kenku hands work, because I picture them as wings, but they have to hold weapons, so I
Like
picture them
bats,
just
maybe.
Yeah, I've always kind of pictured them like
I was thinking like the Rito
Disney
in
cartoons,
Breath
like
of
Disney
the Wild.
cartoons, where they have
Yeah,
the really long feathers. I just like standing
Perfect.
fingers. That's how I picture it. And each strike is not of a fist, but instead of just a palm. Just 3 like, and then just these ripples just explode out along it. And Brika, the tendril that you and Kahlo attacked, upon these 3 strikes, as this sort of like it had already been turned wobbly by your attack, it just kind of collapses into water.
Yes.
Sort of like regular water mixing with that kind of heavier water. And as that happens, the tendril that was paired with also breaks and falls.
Oh.
Kahlo sort of stands there for a minute, and then he nods and he says, "Yes, that is better, I think." Reagan, you are now up.
Cool. Okay, I have a plan. I'm gonna stab it. I'm not
Whoa.
gonna stab it. Not that time. I assume a 12 is not gonna hit this time because it didn't hit last time. How about an 18?
18, yeah, no, 18 hits. 18's gonna hit, yeah. I think it's fair to say.
Aw, that's not a very good roll, Reagan. So she's gonna do 3 plus 4, which is plus 1. 3 plus 4 plus 1 is 8 damage
8 damage, okay.
to her friend, the tentacle in front of her.
Alright, so you strike the tendril, and once more, it seems to be aware of you enough that it's sort of like trying to make your shots a little more difficult than they normally would be. It sort of rears back again as you're going at it, and as you're looking, like it's sort of, the best way to describe it is sort of like a snake. Right? It's kind of like swaying back and then trying to just lash out at you, sort of bunching up in condensing water at sort of the tip and then just trying to punch out at you. But you do manage to get it with the second one, and after it sort of tries to get one of those pot shots on you, and as you slash it, at this point it seems to begin to lose some of its integrity. similarly to the ones that Brika and Kalo had been attacking. Anything else on your turn?
I don't think there's much else that I'm going to bother with at the moment. No, so we're good.
Okay, it's the enemy's turn. Brika, you are on deck, so just a heads up.
Yeah.
So the tendril, which is up there, is going to attack Reagan again.
Woo!
Reagan, that is a 17 versus AC?
Nope.
Fantastic. The other two are going to also, the other two, I think after that turn, yeah, they're about there. One is going to attack Kalo, and one's going to attack Brika as they sort of finish reaching over the ship and getting towards you two. So the first at Kalo is going to hit. That is a natural 16. And Kalo will take 8 damage as he is just punched in his noggin.
Aw.
There's sort of like this kind of wet like noise, and then you just hear. Then the other one at Brika is going to be, that one's probably going to miss. It was a natural 6.
Nope.
So I don't think 13 hits. I don't think it does.
Nah,
Nope.
not
I feel
today.
like Brika's a little faster than that. Brika, you're up. And June, you are on deck. So you're up, and there are the two, tendrils which have reached over from the ship, which are currently engaging with you and Kalo. One of them hit Kalo, one of them missed you.
Brika will attack the one that hit Kalo.
Okay.
That's
Make a check.
check.
Yeah. It's a revenge attack.
And now she has sneak attack.
Yes.
If she hits.
She also has a D8 inspiration, so she better hit.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Plus 9. So does a 20 hit, Andrew? Does a 20 hit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here, babe. Here, have some D6s. Just throw those on there.
Oh.
And then,
Just take it all. Take them all. There's so many.
Take it all.
67, 18, 20, 22. Does 22 points of damage chase good, Andrew? Is that good for you? Would that be good for you?
Let me check something real quick. Okay. So Brika, as the one sort of struck Kalo and the other one comes at you, you sort of drop to all fours, just go from standing to just flush with the ground, and you sort of just bound forward once, twice. You leap into the air from all fours, pull out your dagger once more, lighting it, and then just two-handed over the head swing, just. And as you do, just this gouge slashes down. I do need to make a dexterity saving throw. Kalo does make his.
19?
19 does make it. Okay, so you each are going to take 2 points of fire damage from the success. You did succeed, so you take half. And but as sort of so there's sort of this cloud of steam just disperses, just hissing all around you. And there's a moment where you're sort of just trying to condense yourself, so you as little of you is exposed to the steam as possible. But then as soon as the cloud is gone, you sort of look around and you realize that once more you have felled 2 of these tendrils.
Jeez.
Yeah, no.
Brika's frighteningly competent.
Yeah, Brika's handling business. All right. Anything else for you, Brika?
No, I guess that's it. I mean, Kalo's fine, so... relatively speaking. So, yes, Brika is done.
Okay. Wisteria, you are up now. Monty, you're up next.
That's June.
Cool.
You know what? Listen, I can call June Wisteria, okay?
None of
That's
them are her
okay.
real name anyways, so who cares?
Her real name is Lynn. She's from the future. What?
No, that's not possible.
No, but legit, that would be amazing.
That would be terrible. That would be the worst thing ever.
Now I just want her to make a fake identity that is Lynn from the future.
Please don't do that to Monty.
Oh god, that's so tempting.
And be like,
Don't
sorry,
do this
Monty,
to
I'm breaking up
Monty!"
with you.
I mean, Wisteria is a spooky person. She's got a lot going on. So who's to say? Who's to
Spooky
say?
bard. Okay, well, I'm pretty useless in this fight, but I'm just gonna try to hit that same tentacle that Reagan is attacking.
Okay.
Oh my god. No, I don't hit.
Okay.
Do you have
What did you roll?
I had 10.
Yeah. Sorry, that
Oh my
doesn't hurt.
god. Alright, is anybody, like, wounded?
Callow.
He did seem to be pretty effective. I will use Healing Word as my bonus action
Okay,
on
cool.
Hollow. Oh my god. It's 5 hit points.
I mean, it's
Hey.
not nothing.
Hey, you know what? Those 5 hit points couldn't really matter in all seriousness,
Yeah.
considering what is coming down the barrel at y'all. Okay. At this point, Monty, you're up.
Okay. So I can maintain Flaming Sphere and cast Firebolt as a cantrip, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to use my bonus action first. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to ram the sphere again into the tentacles. Because that's how I'm doing things today. I'm just a wreck. I came in like a wrecking ball!
So roll your damage for me. It did not save.
Okay. Oh, that's much... Well, no, it's not. It's 7. I got a 6, and then the 1 finally rolled over.
Alright, so Reagan and June, can you each make dexterity saving throws for me?
Oh, shit! Are they over there?
The
Yeah.
last one is the one.
I'm
by
sorry.
them.
That's cool. I got an 11.
Okay. June.
Sorry, what kind of saving throw?
Dexterity.
Dexterity. 17.
Okay, so June, you take 1 point of fire damage as sort of some of the steaming vapor catches you. Reagan, you take 3.
Sorry.
Ray can just go. But she's good. She's fine.
Anything else, Monty?
is... Well, I want to use my attack, so... sorry guys, I'm gonna throw another firebolt at it. Something else fire
God,
related.
you don't have anything that won't hit all of us?
Do you want me to use... I could use Witch Bolt, and then I could electrocute you for being within, like, 5
You don't
feet
have
of it, I'm
magic
sure.
missile?
Oh, I do have Magic Missile.
Jesus Christ.
June is just giving you the nastiest stink eye.
Yeah, let your fighter tell you which spells to cast. Don't worry, it's fine.
No, I was... The reason I wasn't using it was because I wanted to save it, because there was gonna be bigger monsters later, probably.
You have level 1 spell slots.
I only have 4 of them.
Just use goddamn magic missile.
This is such a proud moment for me. Just like remembering way back when Diana was like, I will never play D&D
Nope,
ever.
right?
And now she's just like, why
Did
don't
she
you
say
use
that?
magic missile?
Oh yeah.
I absolutely heavily implied it with my words, actions, and everything I did in life, yes.
I had no idea, because nobody ever talked to me about D&D.
Yeah, no, they both tried to get me to play it. It was way too much paperwork, and now I'm like, hey, Katie, just use magic missile. God damn it, Katie.
If you guys had told me about D&D years ago, I would have been deeper into this by now.
did. I
No, you
told
didn't.
everyone
Nobody
about
talked
it.
to me. The only people who talked to me
Anyway.
were Diana.
Katie,
Anyway.
decide what spell you're going to kill me with.
Andrew, if I use Magic Missile, am I going to hurt Reagan?
No.
So far
It's
what you've seen is
tempting, Diana.
that fire turns water into steam,
And it hurt.
and steam hurts.
But
Magic missile does not seem to do fire damage, from what you can tell.
It does force damage.
I know it does force damage. I'm looking at the
I wanted to
entry right
impress
now,
Sarah,
darling.
Andrew and Sarah again. I crave their
We just-
validation.
We just need to have like a good job app where
Yeah.
every time Diana
Just send me a gold star.
Yeah.
I
And
never
just, like-
get gold stars.
And just like a picture, and just well, everyone can use the app, but I'm saying
I'm
that
sorry,
Monty's
But
useless. I'm
everyone
sorry.
can use it, but it only sends gold stars to me, Diana.
I'm sorry I didn't min-max my wizard.
How dare you?
Okay.
No, it's okay.
I'll cast Magic Missile.
I will say
Only
I'm pretty
does-
sure this is not a min-maxed party.
No, it is not.
And then he's
Except
back
maybe
to the
Brika.
imagination.
I want to say, Wisteria's stats are real good. She's just useless in a fight.
Dang, she's real good at other
not built for
stuff.
fighting.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
built for-
Basically everything.
That's not her
else.
thing.
She's
built
really
for
good at
Hintilla.
insulting Monty and hurting his feelings, just like everybody else here.
We're
That
all
is her
good at that.
specialty.
You make it so easy, Montague.
Okay, I'm casting Magic Missile.
Thank you, Montague.
Roll your d4s.
That's 8 total. Sorry.
No, that's respectable.
All right. Yeah. So three darts shoot out, and they as it's kind of like begin as once more like its form is kind of beginning to like lose character under the assault of the flaming sphere and Reagan and June. Finally, the darts, or these darts, however, upon crashing into it, 1, 2, 3, each one since ripples out further, which then build on each one builds on the other one as they come just so quickly in succession. And as the whole thing begins to ripple and shake, it then falls, once more mixing the thick water with regular seawater.
Yay, I did something useful for once in my life.
Good job, Monty. We're so proud of you, said Reagan, and then she patted him on the
lying.
back and gave him a big thumbs up.
I know you're lying, and you're also like 10 feet away from me, so I know
I
that
am
didn't
lying,
happen.
and that's not what she does, but...
Since it's the last part of the initiative order, before we get an initiative, Kyle's going to take his turn. He is going to, being a very, very fast monk boy, is going to run forward, jump up, using Step of the Wind, and he's going to jump up and land right next to Monty. And he is going to sort of crouch down and put a hand on Monty's head, and he is going to say, "That was a good spell, but I think maybe next time you should not miss when you are targeting them." And then he nods a bit and then pats you on the head.
Or thanks, Callow.
Okay. I'm sorry.
And Monty, you do get the impression that Kala legitimately thinks that you missed with that spell. That, like, you do get that impression. Kala has 6 intelligence.
I know. Gosh.
What a good guy. That
I have 14 more I have 14 more points than somebody at a stat. This is amazing.
Wow. I like how Kala's like, gives you an out, and then you're just like, wow, he's so dumb.
It's the anxiety.
Man, no wonder.
It's like, oh, no, it's not so much, oh man, he's so dumb. It's like, oh no, he doesn't realize, and I should tell him, but I can't. But then it's, and that's the internal monologue.
I would like to do a thing. Are we out of initiative?
We are currently out of initiative.
Okay. Wisteria, or June, you have the relic on you, right?
Yes.
Like, it's visible, Reagan could see it, hypothetically?
Probably not. I think it's pretty small.
Okay.
Yeah. It's maybe like half the size of your palm.
Okay, then this will be less
what?
specific than I was going. Anyway, Reagan's gonna kind of call out over to June. She's like, "Hey, why are you over there?"
I'm 5 feet away from you.
Well, yeah, but like, why? What's over there?
Oh.
Yeah. Is there a reason you jumped over there? Did you just you want to get away from me? Because like I get it, but
Yeah,
That's
you
fair.
smell terrible.
that's fair.
I've never noticed.
Okay.
Thanks,
Do you people remember that in the sewer, the creature that I negotiated passage with?
Yeah, Ricky, Ricky the Eldritch monster.
Sure.
You know, like
gave-
Rick, like Eldritch, Ricky. Get it?
That's a stretch.
You should have just called him Richie then.
Do you
Yeah.
get it?
Reagan.
Yeah. Anyway, that creature gave me something. I found a similar something over there.
Oh,
Wait a second. What is it? What are we talking about? Like,
you
can
know,
we
we
see
were
it?
in the sewers, and there was like that big.
I know that.
I will hold it up, but like very close to me and tightly, like ready to just pop it back in my pocket or something.
Can I cast detect magic?
Sure you can. It's a first level spell.
It sure is.
Yeah, let's
sure.
conserve those spell slots.
Wait, no, I can't.
Slow
I don't have
down.
enough spell slots. I'm sorry. I just realized I don't have enough spell slots because I forgot that I used magic missile already.
I'm sorry, I need to take that back seat.
I have
You
the
can-
brain of a goldfish.
You can
Okay.
cast it as a ritual if you want. It'll just take 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think she's gonna keep it out of her pocket. For
I
10
didn't know that
minutes.
didn't consume slots. Thank you.
Because Monty's cast fly, hold person,
Yeah,
magic missile, flaming sphere, right?
Yeah, so I've got two level 3, 1 level 2, and 3 level 1 left.
But you have that cool new item, don't you?
You
Andrew,
do
does
have
she
that
have
cool
the
new
thing?
item.
Wait, hang on.
Katie, you can turn your hit dice into spell slots if you're desperate.
Yeah, but don't you just said you have 3 first level spells left?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what if we have to fight something else?
You have higher level spells.
No, I only have 2. I only have 2 level 3
Then
spells
use
left.
Flaming
Okay.
Sphere. It seems to be working pretty well.
I do want to say Katie's approach right now is entirely the glory approach of playing any game ever.
What if I need it later?
What if? Do we have? It's like, listen. Do we have 97 brooms from the course of this game? Yes. Could we clear them out to make some room?
No.
Probably. But do we know if we don't need those brooms later? We can't really be sure.
You might need
Listen,
brooms.
I'm like Monty doesn't. And Monty has 31 HP left and no healing potions, and
All right.
doesn't know that June is gonna heal him.
Why don't we all take a rest? Maybe head back to the house and take a little break.
And
Bandage
I guess
our
I'll
wounds.
cast that as a ritual if you'll let me.
As you say that, June, you notice it's not that you see it; it's that you feel it. But then, upon investigation, you do see that it's been happening. The water level has been dropping in this localized area,
Oh no.
and what's odd to you is that even if you're counting, and there's a lot of water in those 5 tendrils, but even that shouldn't have been enough. But you destroyed those. But the water level didn't go up.
Can I roll to see if Reagan would be aware that that means there's a tidal wave coming?
I don't think Reagan's noticed it.
No, Wisteria, you see that there, sort of, as you begin to examine the difference in the water line, you see sort of tucked around the cove of the sort of the estate's little beach line, there is the escarpment, the cliff, which the actual house is sort of built on, and there is also a large spire, which has a rope bridge attached from the spire and a small house on top to the most of the residents. But as you look, you see that there is a what looks to be revealed as the water line is dropping, an entrance to a passageway. And in the light of day currently, you can just make out there appear to be stairs that are going down, and they are currently draining.
Hello, friends! Thank you so much for coming to this week's episode of Masks and Martyrs. This is your producer, Diana, and I have some housekeeping to take care of. So, first of all, if you're enjoying the show, we would love if you could share us with your friends. We are, as I mentioned in previous weeks, somewhere around the top 200 in drama podcasts right now on iTunes, which is bonkers, and I love it. So let's keep up the momentum. You guys have been doing an amazing job, and I love it. Oh, also, you can join our Discord server with the link in the description if you are new to the show and excited about chatting with like-minded individuals, or me, Diana. It's mostly me, let's be real. I talk a lot. Anyway, did you know we have an Etsy shop? It's on etsy.com/shop/masksandmartyrs, and Katie just put up a ridiculous Christmas sweater. There is now an officially licensed Masks and Martyrs Christmas sweater. It's the best thing I've ever seen, and it is the only way to get through the holiday season without falling victim to the Octopus War, which is colloquially what all of us refer to this arc as. So, become safe from the Octopus War and get yourself a Masks and Martyrs Christmas sweater with +1 defense to Octopus. Oh, and by the way, after this arc wraps up, which will be 2 more episodes, we are having our next Behind the Mask. So if you have any questions you would like us to answer on the episode, you can tweet at us using our Twitter Masks and Martyrs, or you can join our Discord and contact us there. If you like this show, you will probably be interested in the other stuff on the Nerdification Media Network. You can find us at nerdification.media. Our sister podcast is a sci-fi tabletop podcast. It's also run off of a modified version of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition called Dwarf Stars and Dreadnoughts, and that is also available wherever you get your podcasts. Last but not least are the music credits. Our intro music is Threads of Fate by Thomas Hart and Diana Paparosi. The mid-roll and previously on is Kevin MacLeod's Dreamlike, and our ending theme is Merry Meet Meg by Hopper and the Books on Tape. Alright, with that I will return you to the Octopus War. Stay strong out there, brave soldiers, and thanks for stopping by.
I'm assuming the rest of us can see that as well?
Let's see. Brika can, because she's currently on the docks.
Oh, that's right. I'm up on the escarpment. Never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Kahlo points to the house on the spire and he says, "I live there."
Yeah, it's nice. Does it usually, have a bunch of tentacle monsters coming out of it?
That is new. I have not seen that before, but there are many things in this city, in this land, which are different from where I am from.
I hear that.
Things are
Tell
odd
me about
here.
it.
None of you know how to play music, for example.
I hear that.
Never asked.
So, Boss June, what's our move?
We're going down there.
Cool.
Right now?
Oh,
Right
don't
now.
like that.
Reagan-
Before our short rest?
Reagan jumps down the escarpment.
We don't know if it'll still be there in an hour.
Okay, fine.
I would probably take around 10 minutes for y'all to sort of like get over there without too much hassle.
Hey, Monty, that's enough time for you to cast Detect Magic.
So y'all arrive at sort of the mouth of this entrance. Kahlo is with you. He seems a little perplexed by the whole situation. There is a voice that comes from over the top after sort of some clanging of what sounds like chainmail, and you hear a voice say,
"Excuse me, are you all right down there? Do you need any help?"
And I think most of you recognize this as the voice of Malus Marcus, the rather ineffective head guard.
And he's up on where Kalos lives? Kala lives?
No, he's sort of like poking his head down, like trying to like see into this entrance that y'all are sort of standing in.
Okay. Oh, hey, Mark.
Everything's fine. You may return to your post.
I mean, I think probably having more people would be better. I mean, Kalo doesn't look so good. I mean, he looks good, but you know what I mean, dude. You got hit by the tentacle things a bunch.
Kahlo sort of pauses and he says, "While there is a strength in numbers, there's also a strength in not having malice."
Agreed.
Hey, Malice, Marcus, we're good. If you wanna, actually, I have an idea for you. Can you go make us some snacks and we'll come get them in a little bit? That would do me so
Yes,
great.
I think I could do that.
Thanks. All right, love you. You're the best.
Malice then jogs off, and just so we're clear, the only reason that I made that Kahlo can make that joke is because the same player made both of these characters, so it's okay.
Excellent.
He can make fun of his own characters. Now I'm rationalizing it in my head.
Beautiful.
But yeah, so just gonna paint the scene. Ahead of you is there are stairs which sort of arc down into darkness. Those of you with dark vision are able to see maybe 15 feet ahead of you before the stairs, sort of this winding, meandering staircase begins to sort of seemingly cut to the left a bit. Not like a sharp left, just sort of an arc.
Does
Just something
Brika
to
have
keep
dark
the
vision? Because it's not on her sheet.
Brika does, yes.
Okay.
The only person who's not a dark vision is Reagan, because
June
everybody.
doesn't either.
No, June and Reagan are both human.
Oh right, June's human.
Yep, June's human.
For some reason,
It's
I
okay.
thought she was
If
half
June
elf.
puts on an elf disguise, does she gain dark vision?
I'm gonna cast light on, I don't know. Does it have to be on something, or can I just have a floating ball of light?
I think light has to be on something, but honestly,
I can cast it
I'm
on my
not gonna.
book, because my book is just kind of floating all the time while I'm in battle mode.
Yeah, I could do that, or I could cast it on, like, I don't know, if I have a necklace or something.
Are you wearing a wig?
Not at the moment.
As long as you're keeping it like within 5 feet of yourself, I think that's fine.
Okay.
As long as it doesn't have like the utility of floating lights or dancing lights of like reaching out further, then
Right, yeah.
I'm not gonna fret like, oh, what's that? You didn't put it on a coin and put the coin into an acorn and use the acorn to like have a light flash bomb.
Yeah,
The Sierra
I
solution.
won't move it around or anything, I just kind of want it floating, like, by my head.
Yeah.
Does she
Yeah,
blindfold Reagan first so she can't benefit from it?
Tempting.
No handouts.
You gotta earn this.
Yeah.
You gotta earn this.
Jesus.
Anyway,
Man, that really reminds me of the last scene in Saving Private Ryan for some reason. I don't just versus like just Mysterio grabbing Reagan. Earn this. Earn this. And that's when we realized Mysteria's real backstory is that she's Tom Hanks.
whoa.
Aw, dang.
It's
Thank
just
God.
fuck.
Tom Hanks as directed by Steven Spielberg.
Beautiful. Alright, anyway. So we see some stuff.
What's interesting about the architecture here, specifically in the cave, is that all of the stairs are worn smooth, so it is pretty slow going to not slip, since there is still water on there. And as y'all are walking down them, since I assume you're walking down them, there's sort of still that like water trickling and dribbling down, sort of just down in these tiny little waterfalls as you go. And inside, the further in you get, the more it becomes apparent that there's that kind of that sort of echoing sound of the sea that you've been hearing, June. And it's subtle at first. It's not overwhelming, but the deeper in you go, the more present it is, and it just becomes this sort of background noise to everything. What's your marching order?
Well, Reagan can't see very well, so I think she's probably behind June.
I will say light gives a pretty decent amount of
If it's a
distance,
decent
right?
amount, if it's enough light, Reagan's instinct is to walk in front because she's big, but
She's in the front, you said?
Let me check light's radius. I think it's pretty decent.
Yeah, I think it's decent.
I thought it was like 20 feet.
okay, yeah, if she can see well enough, then she's happy to lead up the marching order, also because she likes being in front.
So light casts bright light in 20th radius and dim light in additional 20th
Okay.
radius.
So she's,
Okay.
yeah, Reagan can be in front if anybody else doesn't want to.
I'm good with that.
I'd like to be in the middle because I'm squishy.
Brika, would you like to be our rear guard?
Sure.
Sorry, Brika.
We trust you, Brika.
No.
So I think-
Brika trusts herself.
I think the order will be Reagan, June, Monty, Brika.
And is Callow like a real bird and he can't see
Oh,
in
right,
the
I
dark?
forgot about Kahlo. Yeah, can he see in the dark?
yeah, Kinku's in the dark because they are forgers, and you have to be an expert forgerist. Yeah, Kahlo can slot in really wherever y'all want him.
Maybe put him after Monty before Brika.
Sure. So Kahlo is walking right up behind Monty.
And June's behind Reagan?
Yep,
I've got it.
Monty's in the middle.
All right.
Monty in the middle, the hot new sitcom.
Brika's gonna be just looking around Callow's wings like, he's still there?
He's still...
He's still there?
He's still there. He's still there.
Montague still yes? Still up? Breathing? Acceptable?
So y'all begin your descent.
Hey.
And sort of in-game time, I'm gonna let y'all know there's like in-game maybe 10 minutes of this sort of like methodical, slow pace of descent. Which, if anybody wants to chat, this is a good time. This is sort of the built-in BioWare party
Banter.
members bantering.
This is the elevator.
So June,
Yeah.
where you been? Also, fuck the police, because we're in the middle of a descent. And I heard the wrong descent.
ACAB, am I right?
Yeah. Anyway, June, what have you been up to? We haven't seen you in, like, months.
Yep.
Cool, Yep.
Oh, hey, Sarah, I have a question.
Hmm.
Do you remember the Masked Mayhem? Where Wisteria absolutely fucking slaughtered Monty with one word, or one phrase?
Yeah.
Do you think that Monty would be able to recognize her voice from that? This is
my
something
instinct.
I've been wondering.
I'll leave it up to Andrew, but my instinct would be to say no because she did that with Dissonant Whispers,
Yeah,
which
I
is
thought so.
a spell, and I would imagine it would just sound like weird and not really like a regular
yeah.
voice.
Well, and also just because the thing is like because Wisteria is specifically like an infiltration specialist who like builds identities and alter egos to like slip between. There's a lot of daylight between each of them, right? And so my rule of thumb is unless someone unless Wisteria wants somebody to know, or unless somebody has been like trailing her, like her different alter egos, trying to like put the pieces together for a while now. That's kind of like Wisteria's like class ability. Essentially, is just like is how I'm ruling that.
It's the only thing she can do.
It's just like trick people and be secret
different
and stealthy.
people.
Yeah.
Okay. But Monty is aware that June is concerned about Lynn as well, right? Right.
Yeah, because June
came to
Lynn's
Lynn's rescue. Yeah.
That's what I thought. So, June, I'm guessing you haven't heard anything from Lynn either while I'm thinking about it.
Sidebar. Andrew, I imagine if it were possible, June would have been trying to like keep tabs on Lynn.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something she's been able to do? Like just kind of she's still at the estate, she's still alive.
Yeah. I think you know that. I do think that since the attack, the Von Templar estate is like pretty much on permanent like semi-lockdown. And so getting in there is very difficult. I think. But I think Wisteria, because of her knowledge of the estate, and also because because like, she probably has some connections still there. I think she's able to do that.
Okay.
Not that she'd tell Monty.
Lynn. She just shows
Lynn
up, lies to his face, like, Lynn, she's dead.
Dead.
Who? Lynn?
I was at her funeral last week.
Give up on Lynn.
Oh, she didn't invite you?
So mean. Okay, but you said Lynn is fine.
Lynn as well.
Okay.
That's good news.
That's good.
Has she not been in touch with you?
I haven't been getting many letters.
Interesting.
Lately. Is that interesting to you for a reason?
Oh, it seems, significant.
It does, doesn't it?
I'm sure it's fine, Monty. She's probably just been busy getting ready for prom or whatever the hell the thing is.
Yes, I'm sure she has many suitors that she has been meeting with.
I mean, that's not what I said, June, but... I mean, you are paying me on this job, so I'm not gonna,
argue with you, yeah.
No, it's Lynn. She's probably got her nose in a book.
We're like 2 books.
Maybe 3.
Possibly romances.
That seems like her bit, right?
Monty is just like getting more and more down this little tunnel of despair.
Monty, it's fine. You know what they say? Reagan says behind her. Normally she would be putting her hand on his shoulder, but you know what they say? Lynn's cool. Don't worry about it.
I'm not worried about. I mean, I am worried about Lynn, but I'm not worried about what Lynn is doing. The more I learn about her family, the more that I'm worried about her being there.
Yeah, no, you should be, because her parents are the worst.
Yeah. And, I mean, I know Lord Goring said that they would be hyper protective of their daughter, but I don't know if it's, what if it becomes politically convenient that she's not there anymore? And
I mean,
you know what?
It would be for other people, but I can't imagine for her parents. They seem to like her outside of politics. Mm. That's the impression I got.
I wouldn't worry for Lynn's safety.
Kahlo claps his feathery hand on Timon's shoulder and he says, "Yes, do not worry. If a vampire tries to enslave her again, we will kill him again. It's fine.
It will be great."
Okay, hang on. What?
Oh yeah, that's the whole Rufus the Just backstory. You weren't here.
Was that the last arc? Did I miss that whole thing?
No. So this is something which is interesting, actually.
Would Wisteria know? So
Wisteria was busy that night doing the. So you remember when you met Rufus and Kahlo and Delia in sort of like the backstory?
No, I definitely do.
So there was a lot going on that night.
Oh.
And
sometimes.
And Wisteria was handling her business and murdering someone.
As you do.
As we all do from time to time.
Except Monty.
And one of the things that happened, though, which is not super common knowledge, because it was pretty heavily suppressed by the Von Templars, and considering the chaotic aftermath, a lot of folks didn't know. But I imagine that you would have either found out from somebody, or you would have found out from somebody. While you were handling other business, Lynn was attending the masquerade, and there was a gentleman there named Count Kriamor.
Excellent.
Who was in fact a mustache-twirling vampire who talked like this. And he using the vampire's charm ability, charmed Lynn. This initial band of fuckwits, aka Kahlo, Rufus, and Delia, managed to or sort of sniffed out something was up with that. Delia challenged him to a duel, and then he revealed himself to be a vampire because he has all the subtlety of a fat hen.
Excellent.
And he called a bunch of wolves and started like flashing his teeth and shit. And I think somehow a party of level 5, and level 7 killed a vampire. I don't really know how that happened. Looking back, I think it's because Michael, in the first turn, on a hasted level 7 rogue, crit the vampire.
Nice.
And he dealt like 79 damage.
Oh my god!
And I was just like, well, okay. I think Wisteria would have at the very least sniffed out that something had gone wrong
I feel like
at the masquerade. Lynn actually hadn't told anybody about it. Lynn hadn't told Monty about it.
Yeah, Monty had no idea.
The only reason y'all learned about it is because Rufus specifically like brought up, yeah, we killed that vampire. I mean, he was, man, fucking handle that guy, I guess. So yeah, Wisteria, this actually may be news to you. I think you may have known that like something had gone down. But I'll sort of leave that to you of what you know about, like how much you know about that.
Probably didn't have all the details because I don't think she. My timeline might be confused, but I don't think she really got involved at the Von Templar estate until after that night.
Yeah.
So,
that was kind of the you had your first assignment that night, and after that it was get in and infiltrate. So.
Yeah.
And again, Lynn has not spoken about this.
Right. And Wisteria didn't really care about Lynn at all, wouldn't have been interested in her until she started working there for a while.
Well, even now, it's not like she likes her or anything.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, yeah, so she probably knows, like, something went down, but I don't think she has the details. So, yeah.
Yeah, so literally, it's just Kahlo being like, do not worry, if a vampire tries to ensorcel her again, we will handle it. And by that I mean we will kill him. Like we did last time.
Can I help?
I don't see why not.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I will obviously help as well, but
And here I thought the masquerade was going to be boring.
Oh my god.
Carlos says to you, Monty, that is good. Helping is good, I think. Here, at least, it sometimes feels like it is not, which is odd. But there is much that is odd about this place. Did you know you have coins? They call them coins. They are very shiny, though. I think I love them.
do you want a coin?
Yes, very much so.
Okay, Monty's gonna give him 2 silver pieces.
Kahlo takes the 2 of them, like very quickly, just snatches them between each of them. He is. Kahlo just is just sort of walking there in the order, just rubbing them together, and just like occasionally like looking at them, and
And they're very shiny. They're very clean.
Well, Kahlo's a bird, and also they don't have coinage in the monastery where he's from.
Well, because nobody would ever spend it.
But my point is they're not like tarnished silver pieces. They're like very shiny new from the bank.
I know.
Monty fucking hand scrubs all of his money.
That's right, I do. I prestidigitation that shit. I can't spend dirty money.
Money laundering on a whole new level.
Kahlo pauses and he says, "You can spend money?"
Yeah, money can be exchanged for goods and services.
But with such trinkets as these, what more does one need?
I mean, hey, that's fair, man.
Spells, things, ways to protect yourself, ways to not die, ways to
need
bribe
those things.
people to help you not die.
That one's good.
I'm gonna cast light on one of those coins.
Oh god.
Kahlo his eyes are just like wider than you've ever seen a bird's eyes. And he just goes, "Oh, this is the coin, I think."
Don't lose it.
He immediately hides it into some of his sort of like which you notice like he's wearing this sort of like essentially like beggar's clothing, and he slides it in.
Does this now mean that Reagan and Wisteria can no longer see?
No, I checked. It's not concentration.
Okay, so you can cast it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty lenient on light spells. I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, so you cast another light? Well, now you fall down the stairs and take 30 falling damage."
I did just read
you
it.
mean like
spell,
Monty?
the spell ends if you cast it again.
Oh,
So,
Yeah, we're all blind now.
well, no. To be fair, he tucks it away, so then Colin doesn't see
so
it
as soon as he
anymore.
tucks it away, I just kind of like turn that off,
Okay.
bring my light back.
Flick the switch.
Later he's gonna think he lost it. He's like, where did this one come from?
June's just here to troll.
I think we picked up on that.
We're walking.
Monty's 10 minutes of despair are up.
I have despaired properly now. My quota is filled for the day.
Monty has recovered from his -1 to happy points. And
Yes, exactly.
My -1 to joy. You all have continued down a bit further. It's been 10 minutes when you see that these stairs seem to open up into a larger room. You haven't reached it yet, but you sort of see that they kind of come to a stop. How do y'all want to proceed?
Reagan's not planning to stop, but y'all are welcome to be like, hey, hold up.
No, I'm good to keep going, but I am gonna be keeping an eye out.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
I mean, we're here to fight something, so it's like not gonna too much of a surprise.
Okay. So y'all go down. Reagan, you're the first one through, and you see what appears to be a large cavern. And it's strange because there is definition here. There are angles which are not commonly occurring in nature. It does seem to have been constructed. However, there's no edges of tool work here. Everything is smooth at the edges, as if living water is what shaped this place into what it is. So it takes on this kind of odd, a little bit disconcerting, I think, because there is clearly some kind of architectural intent here, but just the tools themselves kind of muddy it a bit. It's like looking at a picture through a glass of water. Ahead of you, you see that there is a
sort of a brackish pool of water, roughly 20 feet in diameter. Sort of drifting up from it are these sort of fumes, these vapors, and every now and then there's just a little bubble, pops up, just little. Every now and then, just a couple bubbles, but nothing like. It's not like it's not like a jacuzzi or something.
Damn.
Further back on the far side of that brackish pool, you see that there appear to be these sort of seating, almost stadium style, like a coliseum. And as your eyes begin to adjust to this sort of strange sight, you see that more and more all around are just these circular seating, as if this was some kind of place of gathering, of meeting.
Does this look like the place I saw in my vision?
Yes, it does, but something's different. Something is different, though, and you're not sure what exactly. But then you begin to sort of notice that there's not that kind of central raised altar. But as you're looking, you do begin to notice, Wisteria, at this point, you're down there now as well, you begin to see that there are sort of coral growths all throughout the room. And you've never seen new coral growths before. But Wisteria, as you look at it, you know that these were not here even but a few months ago. And as you enter, Wisteria, and as the rest of you all enter, you hear a voice, and it says, "Come in, enter."
Can I roll to see if I recognize that as Ricky's voice?
You can certainly try. It's not.
I got a natural 20. Is it Ricky?
It's not.
Okay.
It's not Ricky. You wasted that 20.
We could all hear that, or only June?
All of you could hear that.
Oh,
Don't like that. That's worse. That's
So,
worse.
June, you getting anything? You said you're having weird premonition dream thingies. This seem along those lines?
Yes, it does.
Should we go in?
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Alright, I think Reagan goes.
Oh, God.
Okay. Reagan, you enter in first, and that same voice echoes throughout, and it says, "The broken shield turned to blade, could not save, now it slays."
Yeah, I like your rhyme, dude, but I got no idea what you're talking about. My shield's fine.
Is there anything that I might have read about this? Can I roll an intelligence check or a history check to see if any arcana check, any of this seems familiar?
Choose either a history or arcana check.
Doesn't really matter because I have +8 to both of them.
Each one would give you different information.
Can I roll an insight check to see if he was talking about me?
Yes.
May I roll a history check?
I'm
Yes,
going to do
you can.
arcana then. Oh my.
I got a 19.
He was talking about you. He was talking shit, Reagan.
What's a 17 + 8? That.
Okay. So Monty,
That was with an arcana check, by the way.
yeah. You know that I think with a 25, what you would sort of suss out about the situation is that you know that there are powerful creatures throughout this world. This is an old world. Recorded real concrete records really only go back around 4,000 years to around the
Jesus.
First Empire, where after sort of where in the aftermath of that, most records were destroyed by as folks were looking to kill every elf they could find.
No.
But
That's
the
my
world
history.
is much older than that. It is deep, and in these deep places of history, sometimes things crawl up. In arcane studies, they have different names. Some are called aberrants, some are called demons, some devils. There are words for all of these things, but even then, sometimes there are things which defy the current classification of such creatures.
We're talking about an old god, aren't we? Like an unknowable Cthulhu beast. Incomprehensible.
It sure is eldritch.
I think the best way to describe like sort of what you know about this sort of thing is what sort of setting Monty's hackles on it, like setting Monty, like, you know, raising Monty's hackles in this moment, is that there are those who choose, is that seekers of the noble truth, the arcane path, wizards. You are those who define and regulate the world according to a series of instructions, a series of architecture which you can overlay on top of the world. That is what magic is. That is what hard magic is in this world. There are those, however, who would seek other means of power, other means of influence, other means of understanding.
Got it.
And sometimes those people will go to more dubious sources, creatures which can lend them power for service. Those are referred to by a number of names: Pact Maker, Warlock, Bloodletter.
I don't like this. Okay.
What was your roll, June?
20.
Okay. You know the history of Hintilla well enough to know that the city has not always been as large as it is. It had some. It always had its problems. This coastal fishing town, essentially, for many centuries before it became a port of trade and culture and industry. And there have always been whispers about things lurking below the surface, which enterprising individuals would strike bargains with to perhaps undercut the competition. After all, if your chief competitor's trading fleet were to be lost in a freak storm that were to happen, that wouldn't be a terrible thing. And in Hintilla, there was a time in history where said arms races, before sort of the current ducal election system, when these arms races became, they were much worse. Those were sort of the Wild West times when people would do anything they could to get any scrap of power to hold over their competitors, sometimes with disastrous effects. The best you can guess is this may be one of those entities, or at least has some connection to one of them.
Well,
so currently Reagan has entered the chamber, right? That's where we're at right now.
Yep, and she's trying to come up with a comeback for the rap battle that she thinks she's engaged in.
Alright, I'll go. I will walk in.
Okay. As you walk in, that voice once more speaks, and it says, "Shadow thief takes and takes, never gives, uses pieces."
Does Reagan hear that too, by the way?
Yeah, everybody's hearing all this whispering. I'll let y'all know if there's like some secret whispering.
Okay. Monty's kind of in the doorway, by the way. He's not going like all the way into the room yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Shadow Thief. Is it talking about what you just took from that pillar, June? Do you think?
It's I believe it is attempting to unsettle us with insights into our own personal behaviors and histories.
Ooh, I want to hear mine.
The water's bubbly.
The water's disconcerting.
Sorry, Sabrika, are you walking in?
Sure.
Okay. Brika, you walk in, and there is a pause to the voice for a moment.
They never know what to do with Brika.
And then it says, "Another that runs, flees, abandons others."
Brika, yours didn't rhyme.
Mine didn't either.
Oh. So I get the rhymes. I'm the coolest one.
You know what? Fuck it. Andrew has 5 minutes. Monty ducks his head into the room too. Nobody seems to set off any
didn't
traps.
have to pull him.
Okay. Monty, upon you walking in, the voice, there's again sort of a slight pause. And then it says, "The coward prince, hiding from silver eyes. Afraid, yes."
Monty's kind of like, "That's all you've got on me?"
Was there more?
Man, y'all are boring.
There is actually.
Oh, there is more. Oh, never mind.
This time there's sort of a slight. It's this sort of wheezing rasp, and you realize after a moment that it is a chuckle. And the voice says, "She's near you." And then Kalo says, "Well, this is all well and good," and he walks in. And he's just sort of walking forward, and you hear the voice begin to say something, and then Kalo says, yes, I understand what has happened to me in the past. Yes, I know. I believe, yes, it was very terrible, and it was very tragic, and then I ran away, and that is fine, because sometimes running away is the best course of action.
Hey, I hear that.
I mean, Monty's like right about there with you today.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's fair.
Okay, we're all traumatized. Well, let's move on.
Reagan, can't relate.
I like, everyone here is like, yep, runaway is good, and Reagan's like, what?
Can't relate.
At this point, now that all 5 of you are in there, you see that there is suddenly bubbling. The bubbling from the brackish pool begins to intensify.
Oh, good.
At first, it is not too noticeable. Just a couple extra bubbles. But then the intensity increases. The frequency just grows until the entire pool is just. It almost looks like a submarine rising, like from a movie. There's just so much is being displaced in that moment, and then, as it sort of rises up, you realize that it is currently floating up in the air, a massive ball of water. And then you look down, and you see that risen up in this pool of, well, this now mostly empty pool of water is a single point, a single like pillar, roughly 5 feet in diameter. Standing on there is a figure. It seems to have some fish-like characteristics, but there is an elegance to it. Its skin is pink and mottled with blue around the eyes and the mouth. The lips are, they sort of are a little wider than normal, but they also split vertically as well, creating 4 distinct patches. There is no nose that you can see. It is that smooth and flat, where they have 2 eyes, one on each side, and then a single third eye on their forehead, which seemingly does not move with the 2 on the bottom. It simply stares forward, a single black pool of seeing. Other than that, the face is smooth, the head is crested back, elongated almost, and it stands there with 4 arms, 2 coming out of its chest sort of just the fingers steepled. The other two longer, with an extra elbow that sort of just are spread out wide, and you can see the fingers of 2 additional joints on them. These long, wrapping things. And it says, "Hello. I am the second of its coming. I believe we will need to be having a conversation now."